What's up, guys? Matthew here, getting ready to watch Season 4, Episode 10 of The Sopranos. Last episode, oh my god, was probably my favorite episode of the entire show, without a doubt. Bare minimum top 3. I'm sure that those points or that ranking will get solidified on a rewatch. But that was one of the episodes in the show that had the most immediate impact on me. I went back and as I'm editing episode 9, I've never seen myself that animated during the fight scene. Like on the channel, that's the most animated I've ever been. I was freaking out. The episode did a lot for me. I loved the impact and the thematical points that it hit and the character work that something that I didn't really talk about last episode too, just because of how fucking shocking and amazing and how perfect the Ralph stuff was. Obviously, the Chris stuff was spectacular as well. But I feel like, as I've said multiple times on the channel, and I know you guys are probably tired of me saying it, I've always said that Chris is, probably... I think Chris may be the best character in the show. I don't think he's my favorite. I don't. He's not even in my top 5 or top 6. But I would argue that he's probably easily the best quality-wise character in my opinion, just because he's so human. And I know earlier in the show I made a lot of Ziggy references from The Wire, and there's still a lot of that for me. But it's just even more so than Tony, because you guys know me. Throughout the show, I'll get on Tony's back and then I'll immediately, go, I love Tony because I'm a hypocrite, and he's good and he's bad. But Chris is the same exact way, except he also brings a side of, I feel bad for him. There's almost like sense of me, even though he's considerably older than me, part of me that's like, oh, it's my little baby right there who's making mistakes. Whereas Tony, I feel like he's a shitty person. I know he knows what he's doing most of the time. Whereas Chris, I just feel like he's like a sick little baby animal or something. Am I Tony? Hold up. Wait a minute. Am I Tony and I'm viewing Christopher as my little sweetums? I don't know. But the dialogue between Chris and Tony last episode was spectacular. I do want to point that out. But I'm ready to hop straight into this episode. If you guys like the video, drop a like, leave a comment. I've got the full-length reaction up on Patreon, as well as the fact that I'm multiple weeks ahead over there. If you check the YouTube comments, it shows the exact episode I'm on. And most importantly, if you enjoy the content that I make, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. It would really help me out. Let's get into episode 10. Oh, I'll never do it again. Oh my god. Drug addict. It's crazy. I don't know if it's because of the internet and I've been sort of desensitized. That's the right word. Towards violence and all that. But I could see someone's head getting cut off. You know what I mean? People's eyes popping out of their head. Whatever. Don't really feel it. Needle with drugs right up the arm. That gets me a little bit. And the scene that I've been most about in the history of fiction. I don't know if you guys have watched Game of Thrones. No spoilers, but someone gets their nipple cut off and it fucking gets me every time. Damn, what a toss!
Look out! Here he comes!
He's gonna get a phone call from Tony because any single fucking time he uses heroin, he immediately gets the call. Furia!
Where's Furio?
Pure!
Out of Roman time, so I'm driving again today.
Come on in. He'll be right down.
Okay, all good. I mean, I hope so. I would see a world in which, all of the men, not all the men, the contractor guy thingy, builder, from season 2, you know what I mean, sort of tries to avoid her. I could definitely see that happening.
How'd you do your hair?
I cut it. What do you think?
I thought we agreed that you were going to talk to me first if you were going to do something to your hair.
What do you think of it?
You look bad.
It's short.
Good, he eats his carrots.
Makes you look younger.
And he's waiting for you.
Come on, bro. If you can tell me my haircut, I can tell you to shave that shit off. As someone who I can talk about that. You can cut that off.
Let's go for a walk. Cosette?
No.
Where's the dog?
You shut the TV?
I thought, no, I didn't say anything out loud. I said in my head, dude, you really gonna sit in front of the dog?
Oh my God. Cosette?
What?
Christopher! She's not breathing. Her neck feels broken.
Fuck.
Oh my God! She's dead.
Chris.
What?
She must have crawled under there for warmth.
No, you sat on her, you...
Crazy! You fucking killed her!
I didn't kill her. I must have sat on.
Put this guy into a fucking rehab center. Look at him. He looks like a bum.
Sorry. It was an accident, for Christ's sake.
I know. Dude, I swear, I fucking thought that in my head. I'm like, dude, why are you sitting right in front of the dog?
Furniture.
It's because you were fucking high, Christopher. You and your fucking smack pot lifestyle.
I'll get you another dog.
I don't want another dog.
Another dog.
Oh my god. Adriana, go straight to Tony and tell him about this.
Nobody's heard from Ralph.
Starting to worry, Tom.
Call him again.
Try the gay man's quiet.
Call him Ralph.
Oh, this is obviously going to be found out at some point.
You're up, D.
Maybe by Paulie.
How you doing? Feeling all right?
Me? Yeah.
Adriana, I'm not one for snitching, but this is a situation where you've got to snitch to Tony and get this motherfucker.
Ask Tony and Ralph to us pyomite. Where you going? Tom, good shot.
Fuck you, shot. They killed my baby! It's funny, I couldn't even grieve over Pyomai because of the Ralphster.
Picture. What? You don't want to...
You hear me? Burn it! I never want to see the fucking thing again!
Dude, he's like a little baby. He's a little tiny baby. Pure. Wow, look at the peak of American food. Burger King. Are you happy to be back, man?
What's a Ralphie? Fucking Bermuda Triangle?
This shit with his kid. He's probably down in the bunker.
I tell you.
Dude, I love his...
We're off the record here, Albert.
We're off the record. It's Tony. This is bad, my friend. I mean, don't get me wrong.
It's
I would
obvious!
piss on this Ralph if he was on fire. But to whack the guy over a horse, how fucked up is that?
It can happen to him, it can happen to any of us.
The paranoia is spreading. Is there going to be any sort of semblance of protectiveness over Justin by Tony? That is something that I did think about between episodes.
Tony.
Ronnie, hey.
It's almost like
I think Justin recognized me a few minutes ago.
Tony does a lot of different actions that cause a lot of harm, and he sort of regrets and feels bad over them, so he becomes overprotective and caring of them. Let's fuck right here. No, who said that?
Well, welcome back.
I bring presents.
I wanted something, I didn't want something so bad.
Some of my uncle's wine, but it's come later.
I just made some coffee, you sure?
Thank you, but I wait in the car.
I'm so scared. Keep that distance. No. Oh my god.
Said for my father.
All right, but you gotta get over it.
Okay, buddy. What a cut!
With her head held high and her ears perked up.
What a cut.
Now I am smiling.
What happened then?
He stormed out.
Still, I gotta be the sad clown. For my friends, my family, and our brave front.
I've heard you describe yourself this way. The sad clown. I've never seen it Carmela also painted a very different picture.
What do you mean?
Volatile, punching the walls, compulsive, gorging on food.
My man.
Kind of a far cry from the seltzer bottle and bicycle horn.
Well, I'm sorry. Maybe you'd like Carmela to be in here if I'm so fucking obnoxious.
What I'm trying to establish is your response.
This is so good.
Usually rage, not humor.
Well, you two don't have to trouble yourselves, because I doubled my dosage.
I don't want you taking 80 milligrams of Prozac.
You kick it up to 80 for a week, 10 days. Just pull back on a stick, get the nose up.
This ain't the same fucking hardcore drugs or something.
It's sad that you've lost something that you love.
But what does it
That being
mean?
said, it is a horse.
What the fuck is the matter with you?
Don't quote the Ralphster.
Become this emotional in here. It was those ducks.
That was different.
It's
That was
all
a
the
whole different
same.
thing. They were.
This is a horse.
Your mother, your best friend.
Can't I just be sad for a horse without some touchy-feely, Freudian shit component to it?
Not you.
It embodied feelings of dread about your family, that something terrible was going to happen.
Just the miserable way she died. Just makes me wonder what kind of fucking toilet world we live in. Friend of the family, little boy, gets shot with an arrow, cuts off the flow of blood to his brain.
Oh, no.
13 years old. He's gonna live, but he's never gonna be right.
How awful for the parents.
Oh my god.
But I think he's got a drug problem, heroin. And it kills me just to say it, because I got so many hopes tied up in this
Yeah, all your fucking plans, all your eggs.
9/11 shit. I don't know. You know, the shit that's going on everywhere. It's like some fucking asshole stalking the whole human race.
Anthony, do any of your associates think about any of this?
I don't know. We don't talk about it.
Maybe you should.
You know, we put you guys on the mailing list for Hazelden.
That rehab shit. That's where all those brochures are coming from? From you?
Convince him he needs help, that he should be in rehab.
He ain't gonna listen to her.
Oh, look at you with that little face.
No!
Flat screens, I'll tell you. No glare, high definition.
I love how fucking disgusted Sylvia looks all the time.
Let me ask you something. The other day, see with that picture. He looked like he was gonna cry. And still no word from Rob.
It's so obvious, and I like how this show doesn't treat people like children, if that makes sense. And I talked about how I like how the show doesn't treat the audience as children, but I also like how it treats the characters like they're fucking adults with basic sense of, and common understanding. You know what I mean?
The fuck out the car, bitch.
Motherfucker, you know who I am?
Who the fuck is this?
You know who the fuck I'm with?
You ain't no fucking cop, that's for sure. Fuck you gonna do with that, bitch?
Stick it up your mother's twat.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, you get what you fucking deserve. Like, hey, I want this to happen, I'm gonna be honest. Fuck him up. But like, another show would, you know, treat people like knowing what's going on as like they're this big mastermind who, you know what I mean? But this show just, hey, it's the most obvious thing.
Just heard about Pyomar. She's sick about it. Hello? Talking about Justin.
I'm fantasizing about my Furio over here.
Christopher, you're bleeding.
Stop touching it.
Oh my god, baby.
Does you think I could get some money?
What? Who are you?
Eddie.
Oh, Eddie, yeah, my man.
I took him home, you know, he was all fucked up, but I straightened him out. It was me $30.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of my house.
Don't stick me on this, man.
Get out.
What's the matter with you? The guy's my
You fucking...
Hazelden? What's this?
It came for you in the mail.
Recovery? You put me on
Nope.
the mailing list for junkies?
Nope!
Huh?
Kill him! Chris, I want him to die!
Huh? Where?
Adriana, go talk to Tony!
Classy piece like this? Horse with the trees?
Oh, but yeah, Paulie might get himself fucking killed for keeping that.
I think it was Tony said he wanted it burnt, Paulie, specifically.
Put it in my car. I'll take it home.
Right?
Be an honor to hang his picture in my house.
Tony, can you come
Weirdo.
down here, please?
What?
Where's Med been this whole season?
What happened?
Your nephew.
Christopher did this? He hit you?
He's a druggie. He's a druggie piece of shit.
Tony.
Little prick. Gonna wring his fucking neck. Where is
Yes.
Where's Christopher, asshole?
Oh, his car was stolen by some Puerto Ricans. I took his cell phone, too. I don't know what to do. I already packed a suitcase for my aunts in Daytona.
Take it easy. Don't do something you're gonna regret.
No, do it.
Before their wedding.
Maybe he needs to be in rehab.
You can hire someone to do an intervention, apparently.
Girls, come on. We're a
I'll
family.
handle this shit myself.
Take it easy. Let me figure out how to handle this.
Please don't hurt him.
Hurt him, torture him. I do worse than Ralph. Again, I want to repeat. I think that Chris is such a good character, a top tier, S tier character. But on the like side, I've never, you know what I mean, like worshipped him or anything like that. Creep. That's like a fucking sign, he killed him! I'm telling you, he fucking killed Biomai! I'm telling you! That's like a signal of his victory over Ralph. That's what that is.
You want to come in?
Nah, Mom, let me go home.
Sorry for the mess.
Oh, please, this is nothing. So there is a page from Metropolitan Home.
Yo, AJ
Now
looks
wait till
fed
you
up.
see how a mirrored backsplash.
I want to see AJ with his girl, man.
He loved that little man, by the way.
Gobetto. He's good luck.
Not that he remembered to thank you. And Meadow loved
Was the actress? Was it Jamie Lynn Siegler? Was she busy or something?
home, see your friends, your family.
I gotta be honest.
I like it more here, baby.
Nice. I don't belong there no more.
No?
Something changed. Maybe me.
A love. Of a session.
I'm like a visitor in my own town. Life went on without me. There is nothing.
They
there.
really, like, this guy was the fucking Terminator for 2 straight seasons, and now all of a sudden, I care for him because he's probably gonna die.
Never have come to America.
You've made such a nice life for yourself, though. You've got a wonderful home, a girlfriend.
No.
No? What do you mean, no? Jessica?
A little fun on the side.
But there is no communication. Like with some people. You know what I mean?
Dude, just have sex! Yeah, whoever's saying this horny shit, I'm getting tired of it.
Take me to Comp USA so I can get a new magic stick.
And I will.
Yeah, well, I got stuff to do. I told you.
If you want to come hang out with Furio, do it on your own.
Going. Thank you very much for the vinegar.
Oh, that is fucking great. Yeah, he's gonna fucking kill AJ.
It needs ice.
Jesus Christ, guys.
Gonna watch the Bloomberg.
I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if this is gonna make me weird, because it's not like... I don't want to get into it. I like little scenes like that. It's really... like, it's not important. It's just a quick, little 3-second read into the mind of these men.
Now, Bill's a lucky man. You Russians, you got all the angles. You come over here, you bust your ass.
People are people.
You want something, just say something. When's he... Is Valentina... When are we gonna get him with Valentina?
And here you are, designing a website.
Wait, why is the camera shaking? What's going on?
What excuse?
Well, you're,
Is there a fucking earthquake in my house or something? It's not just me, right?
Come on, you know that,
Oh. My leg. Of course. I don't think of it right away. There are worse things.
Maybe that was an earthquake. Jesus Christ, what's going on, guys?
with my exclusive 20-minute digital.
You gonna cut him out? You fucking hate him?
Heroin. You got only one.
Oh my god, dude. We gotta watch out for this motherfucker. Yeah, this guy's gonna be drunk and angry by the end of the day.
So what do I do, Uncle Joe?
The feds get him in this condition. Who knows what he's liable to say? You go on trial like me, you won't sleep at night.
Kidnap him, throw him in a fucking basement for a month.
Major liability if it were anybody else.
Reminds me of people's feet.
Oh, okay. I love me some who keeps saying this weird shit this episode? Because my Ralphie's gone, I have to take over.
So upset when he didn't bring me a present back from Italy. He got something for AJ.
Oh, wow.
They gave me some vinegar, but I don't think it was meant for me.
Oh my
It
god.
must have meant something that he felt bad.
Carmela, you sound like you're 15 years old.
I mean, this is really open. You trust Ro like this?
Bring AJ with me? Now even he smells a rat.
Carmela, if Tony suspects one iota, you know what'll happen if you're real. These guys are living in a different century.
Didn't stop you.
Steve at the gym? I felt so guilty all the time, the lies and the sneaking. It took Jackie going in the hospital to get me to stop.
Wow, I like this so much!
So, this isn't really real.
It is real.
I want this side.
We communicate.
Oh my
He
god.
looks at me like I'm beautiful. He thinks I'm interesting when I talk.
Respects me. Worships me.
Live for those.
Oh my god, she is in love!
Years that I will never be happy.
If you haven't slept with him yet, don't. And don't go over there anymore.
Give in, Carmela. Fuck Ro. You have to give in. Are we having an intervention? Holy fuck. This might be, I can already see this have the potential to be one of the best scenes in the show.
Caught our daughter smoking pot once, but,
Not really, no.
No problem. An intervention is a non-judgmental confrontation.
She did him eating in the fucking mirror.
Actually, I never really met Ralph's kid. I saw him once from a distance, though. Handsome boy.
Okay, buddy.
I think I'm gonna have the medallions of you.
She don't give two shits.
So what's up? You make me late for a table tavern on the fucking green.
How's the real estate business?
Excuse me?
You know, HUD, Garside Street, you, Ralph, Zellman.
Someone tell you this?
No, Carmine doesn't know anything about this yet, Tony. I'm giving you an opportunity to cut a deal, make it right.
Last time feeling Eisen Avenue, I cut you in at a friendship, but that's over, John. You got nothing coming to you. You or Carmine.
You sure you want to go down this road, Tony?
I do. I want to see this. Zellman. I keep forgetting Zellman's name. I've had it written down for a long time, I think.
I was thinking like those paintings you see in the courthouse. Something classy, you know, like a revolutionary.
I think I know what happened to Ralph. And if I'm right, he ain't coming back.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my god.
Hey, Sack? What was it? A fat joke?
Sure that didn't help.
You wanted the business.
This HUD thing we're into, they wanted a piece of it. I think they confronted Ralph. Things went sour.
What'd he say, John?
Wasn't what he said so much as what he didn't say.
This feels... I don't want to keep... I said in the first season that I watched Sons of Anarchy first, and Sons of Anarchy felt like a cheap knockoff to The Sopranos. Not that it's a bad show, but this feels like Sons of Anarchy.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Christopher, hey, I'm Dominic. I know you don't know me, but,
Yeah, you're the guy who, broke into Stu Leonard's that time. You stole all those pork loins.
yeah, but that's not why I'm here today.
Jeez.
Christopher, we're here to talk about your drug problem.
What?
Problem?
Fucking kidding me?
Sorry, baby, please.
No, fuck this shit.
You've been told once. Now sit down.
Sit down.
Just lock his ass in a room for a month. Clean him out. What are you looking at me for?
This won't be easy for any of us. But I want you to know that we're here today because we care about you.
What was this, your idea?
Yeah, fucking hit me again. See what happens. Tell him. Did you tell everyone that he killed the dog?
My only dream is that we have a happy life together. The last few months, things have got very bad with us because of you using drugs all the time. You're high all the time, and I can't take it.
Be specific, hon.
You gonna snap?
When we first started going out, we made love all the time.
Oh, Jesus.
Now, because of the drugs,
Jesus, is this fucking necessary?
Yeah, it's necessary.
you can no longer function as a man.
Oh my God, Polly.
Came home to learn that you had killed our dog. That was the final straw.
Oh. You killed the dog? What'd you do that for?
Oh my God, not the animals. Not the animals.
The barking?
He sat on the wall. He was high.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I fell asleep. She got suffocated or something.
Sylvia.
You killed little Cosette. I gotta suffocate you, you little prick.
Oh my God, Tone.
Tony, we're going in order. Sylvia?
When I came in to open up one morning, there you were with your head half in the toilet. Your hair was in the toilet water.
Oh, Jesus.
Disgusting.
Oh my God!
Peace, Chrissy.
Great, I can't even defend myself now?
No one's attacking you.
Is that the Jimmy Macra meme?
Paul, you want to read your statement?
I don't need a
I
statement.
don't write nothing down.
You're a bum. I hate you. You suck.
You're weak, you're out of control, and you become an embarrassment to yourself and everybody else.
Oh, listen to you.
Guys, whoa. We said non-judgmental.
Fuck that. Let him take his medicine.
Okay, buddy.
Seriously, Paul, you want to talk about
Well, you gonna? Yeah, well, come on.
Chrissy.
Why? I thought we're being honest.
Can you mention Pine Barrens?
You got some balls, you know that? All of you. You want to talk about self-control? How about you, Sil? Fucking every slut you got working in the place when you got a wife and kid?
This is fucking awesome.
Christopher.
Or you, Paulie? Yeah, remember last winter in the woods with the Russian guy?
Christopher, I'm fucking warning you.
There he goes, Mr. Type A person.
Yo, put him on the ground.
About you killing yourself with drugs, not my fucking personality.
That's right.
I'm gonna kill myself? The way you fucking are, you're gonna have a heart attack by the time you're 50.
Jesus Christ!
The boss here.
Good. Maybe someone will smack some goddamn sense into him.
Great, my own mother. Fuck you, you fucking whore.
Oh my God! Beat his ass!
Guys, please, come on.
Watch out, Dom. You're gonna get yourself beaten up. Oh my God! Drug addict Chris is taking it to everyone.
He slipped off the kitchen counter spraying for ants.
Well, I was wearing socks.
Are you aware that he has a drug problem?
What?
Really?
The man has a hairline skull fracture. We'll admit him, keep him over.
Jesus.
Wait a minute, okay?
You're not getting a piece of the business until you're clean as a whistle.
Well, enjoy it, because it's the last fucking drug you're ever gonna take.
I'm sorry, T.
Shut the fuck up and listen to me. You're my nephew, Christopher.
This is awesome.
I love you. And that's the only reason you're alive right now. Or anybody else. Anybody. They would have had their fucking intervention right to the back of their head.
I know what you're telling me. I'll never forget that.
This is how you repay me. I gotta worry if you're gonna flip over a nickel bag of white powder.
No, Tony, never.
You lied to me. I told you were the future with his family. I gave you.
Dude, this season is phenomenal.
Tomorrow I'm only gonna go with Patsy up to this rehab place in Pennsylvania. You're going in.
He might be out for the whole season.
Patsy's gonna be half a mile away from you. In a motel. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Do you understand?
Tony, I'm sorry.
This is fucking great.
How did I fucking get to this?
I'm so scared for it. From the Janice perspective.
I needed that.
What's the matter?
Spent a long time in the hospital last night. Shit that goes on down there.
Dude, the dialogue in the entire show, you know what I mean? Fantastic. But this episode in particular, and the last episode, I think Chris and Tony might have some of the best dialogue of the show. Their interactions.
How about those Mets?
Right here, right now?
Oh, so you're drunk already.
No. I was just thinking about the way you are. I always have this little smile, like you got your own private joke. You don't talk much, do you?
Strip him down. Let's go.
Expect nothing bad ever to happen when the rest of the world expect only bad to happen, and they're not disappointed.
Well, that's a fucking grim outlook.
You have everything, and still you complain. You lie on couches and bitch to your psychiatrist.
Oh, Jesus.
You have many fine qualities. You're big and strong, full of life, mischief.
Dude, this guy is...
Always feel positive towards you.
He is the... He might be the sexiest man who's ever lived.
Yourself now. In the shadows there, with the smoke all around you. You're beautiful. You remind me of that movie star, right?
Let Tony go to work. I love how this is gonna sound wild. Hey, someone make fun of me in the comments. I love how quiet this scene is. Be careful there, buddy. Walk of shame. Make that walk of shame. You'll never have to fucking do it again.
I was thinking of keeping a journal anyway.
I wanted to keep writing. Come on.
Cigarettes are okay, right?
Cigarettes are fine. In fact, they're encouraged for patients who smoke. But Chris, no chocolate allowed.
No caffeine or substances containing caffeine.
Jesus.
All set?
Straighten this man out, please.
I love you, baby.
I love you too.
And you know what? I'm afraid that he's gonna get sober, smarten up, and blatantly see the fact that she is snitching. Or is at least being courted by agents. I'm very scared about that possibility.
When's Bill coming back?
Next week.
I love this episode has shown women choosing to cheat, if that makes sense.
See when I can.
I think
Or at least referencing it.
but I don't think so.
You didn't like it?
I like it very much. But Tony, come
Offended.
on. You're a nice guy, but I got my own problems. I don't want all the time to
Hey,
pick you up.
you're like a broken little animal. Perfect for him.
Anka, что здесь делаешь?
What you doing?
I didn't expect you so soon.
Oh, she looks disgusting. Oh my god, what a shot. What a shot! Fear. What's a life worth living without Carmela? You gotta go for it. Why are you at the hotel? Like, I mean, I know why you would be at a hotel. I just mean from the perspective of Tony. What's the excuse? Yes. Please. Please. Oh, come on. I don't know what will happen. Oh, that's a great cut! Like, oh my god, dude. You know what I mean? Like, Tony has his things that he wants. He wants the fucking, you know what I mean? The playful, the people he can fix, the young girls, okay? Carmela just wants a man who's capable, who, you know what I mean? Who can respect. This is excellently. This show is so fucking good. You know what I mean? Carmela wants a capable, pure Italian, hot, sexy. I love this. Did he turn it in himself? Or you wanna smile at it? Yeah, they keep zooming into these eyes. What's going on? I mean, maybe you could read that as just as simply as he's being watched by Tony. And I mean, you could even the reason I think going back to the first episode of the season, they zoom into the dollar or the 20 or something like that, some sort of bill with Christopher, as in maybe like the government looking over him. maybe, I don't know. That was a phenomenal episode. Okay, now hold up. I think that this season may be making some moves. If the rest of the episodes of the season are as good as the last two, this will be my favorite season of the show. I have been loving, and that's crazy to say. First of all, where the fuck is Meadow? There's been absolutely zero. There's like been 2 scenes of Meadow and like 2 references. Okay, she's been non-existent this entire season. Melfi has had a dangerously low amount of scenes for me, to be quite honest. And as I said before, I think that was my only complaint about the season so far, was the lack of Melfi. But everything else has been top tier for me. Oh my god, this episode in particular was phenomenal. I don't want to. I do need to rewatch everything, but knee-jerk reaction. That was probably my second favorite episode of the season. That was so, every aspect of the Polly stuff was excellent, and then the Furia. Okay, I don't think that Carmela did anything. Well, she obviously didn't, because we didn't see it, and Furia was just sitting there. But oh my god, dude! Like I'm so conflicted. In every I love this show so much. In every aspect of the story, I'm so conflicted because again, I want to repeat. I don't like cheating. I really don't like cheating, but again, and I want to make sure people understand. I don't think that Carmela is some perfect entity. I think that she's a hypocrite, and I think that she knows exactly what she signed up for. And I also, something I'm very strictly for. I don't care how terrible your relationship is. I don't care. I'm being honest, okay? And this is just like a personal perspective. Like, even if you've been cheated on, honestly, for different reasons, even if you've been abused, I don't think that there's any reason to cheat. The abuse part in particular, just out of fear for being abused even harder, but everything else just out of why. And I know it's human reaction to sort of hurt something that's hurt you. But like, all that being said, if Carmela is unhappy, leave the situation. But you won't, because you're a hypocrite and you like the comfort of the financial side. Okay? She won't leave. That's the hypocritical side that I'm talking about. But at the same time, she's not happy, and I really like Carmela. I want to see her happy, but there's consequences to this cheating shit. You know what I mean? Especially because of the unequalness of this sort of mobster relationship. You know what I mean? Where it's sort of not just okay to, but it's sort of, promoted to cheat when you're the man. But God forbid the woman looks for some happiness. But I love this show. I'm just. I'll get back to talking about the specifics of the characters throughout the episode, but I do need to take a little pause break for a second, in the sense of I'm really liking this show. I get goosebumps right now. I think that this is moving up. And I want to say that take this with a grain of salt, okay? We're now essentially 4 seasons done. I can safely say something that I did not expect. I'm pretty sure that I can safely say I enjoyed the first 4 seasons of The Sopranos more than Breaking Bad's first 4 seasons. Now, I want to repeat that. I've said this for many seasons already. The peak of Breaking Bad is the 5th season, and I don't think that The Sopranos has hit as high as a peak as Breaking Bad has. But I think that there's a very strong argument to say that if the next 2 seasons are of this quality, even if it doesn't peak as high as Breaking Bad, this is by far, without a doubt, the most consistent show I've ever watched, specifically for a show that is this long with this many episodes. I think that I can make the argument that the sort of consistent high is better than the peak. So, and better than Breaking Bad, this would make Sopranos like my 5th or 6th show immediately. Now, again, better than Better Call Saul, I'm not giving it that yet. Okay, for those of you who have not watched Better Call Saul, please go do yourself a favor. But like, this show is so fucking good. Like, it's better than The Wire for me, probably. I don't know. This is so tough. And even like Breaking Bad, I'm thinking about Breaking Bad. I don't know. I don't know if I can. I think we're gonna have to have this discussion when when the show's done in its completeness. But I'm just like, a part of me right now wants to crown this show, and I think, again, not that I'm sort of regretting saying that or anything like that, but there's obviously a tinge of recency bias, as there is with every show I watch, and I think, you know, most people would agree that recency bias is very easy to succumb to. And again, that's why I keep talking about how excited I am to rewatch this show, because I feel like after one rewatch, your feelings of the show sort of get cemented, and you know exactly what you feel and exactly how to compare it to other things. But this show is so good. These dialogue scenes, like, oh my god. Oh, dude, and the editing, and no, like, not just like oh, like that looks cool, you know what I mean, or that really matches, or that fits together, that flows together edited. No, I'm talking about their ability to use the editing as a storytelling device without saying words. Like, and I'll keep repeating it. I said this last episode, and I've been saying it a lot recently. I think one of the best aspects about the show is the fact that they don't treat you like a goddamn child. And I will admit, you know what I mean, as everyone should, okay? And if you're saying that you don't succumb to this or whatever, you're lying. Okay, and you're just trying to make yourself look smarter, but everyone misses things every once in a while on TV, whether it be something really simple that you just missed, you glanced over, you didn't pay attention to one singular line. You know what I mean? Because that's all it takes. You can pay attention, your eyes locked on the screen for, you know, 59 minutes out of a 59 minute and 20 minute second episode, but the one line you skip is, you know, something important that you could have taken away from it. But like, everyone misses something every once in a while. So, like, I don't know. It's just, this show doesn't, like, I don't know how to say it. They don't treat you like you're stupid. They don't give you, like, 20-minute recap. They don't give you flashbacks. They don't give you direct, like, hey, this horse is symbolic of this. You know what I mean? Like, oh, the differences, the juxtapositions between Tony and Furio are like this, and Carmela's feeling this. No, the characters are showcased in a human, grounded way, like they are real humans who have inner thoughts, and you have to sort of, search through their actions and their words and their opinions to try to find out what they really mean. You have to look at stuff that's symbolic. You have to, because that's another thing too that I really do want to say. I don't even know the word to describe this. But Tony in particular, his ability to sort of take something that's affecting him here and focus it over here, if that makes sense, is not only so realistic in terms of like real life humans, in the sense of, you know what I mean? You go to work and your coworker who had a shitty day, you know what I mean, takes it out on the job. Takes it out on you while you're at work. It's the same exact thing here, where something will happen in Tony's personal life, he'll bring it to work. Something will happen at his work, he'll bring it to his personal life. But also realistic, in the sense of being like putting something else, like feelings wise, onto other things, symbolic wise. And again, that's sort of in the same vein, but I mean, just in particular, like, and even like last episode, where he saw, you know what I mean, a friend's kid get injured, he immediately, you know what I mean, kisses and hugs, and, you know what I mean, he doesn't say, oh, I love you so much, kiddo, I'm so happy, I'm so glad that you're okay. He doesn't say that. The acting and the, you know what I mean, you don't need words for it. It's just showcased, and it's not talked about. You just know. And I really like that. Because again, like I'm saying, I've missed a couple things here. You know what I mean? Even in the first Pyomai episode, I didn't really understand the symbolism immediately of the horse. But as the show goes on, you know what I mean? And they didn't give me the horse is actually, you know, you just understand it. And I fucking love that. This is so good. And like I said, the editing back and forth between Furio and Tony was absolutely incredible. I want it to happen. So, like, I never had, like, on a personal level, like, had such mixed feelings about something before in a show. Because I know the consequences. And again, I want to repeat, I don't like cheating. But I've never wanted someone to cheat more. On someone who is so deserving of it. Like, I don't know. And even, like, so now here's my question. Going back to my favorite ending of any Sopranos episode of all time, was it 2 or 3 episodes ago with the Carmela and Tony with the money, knowing each other, you know what I mean, cheated, one took money, they both knew that, understanding it, but didn't say anything. If Tony had the same situation in which he knew that Carmela cheated, but didn't know with who, would he immediately, like, confront her and, like, force her to tell him? Or, like, how would that work? Because obviously, like, from a pride perspective, I would 100,000% assume that he would not let it slide. But would he just immediately, like, yell at her, this, that, tell me who it is, I'll go fucking kill him right now? Because if that's the case, and Carmela can hold out, but there's already rumors. There's already rumors and shit. Oh my god, man. I'm scared for Furio, dude, because and I want to say, I love what they've done with Furio. In the sense of, that was one of my first, actually, I think that was probably my first big complaint with the show. He was introduced in season 2, and he did genuinely nothing for, you know, until season 4, essentially. And I complained about that immediately, like, Furio's done nothing, he's just a Terminator, he's just, you know what I mean? I like that they've given him a human side, because he didn't feel human. In a show that felt very grounded and realistic, he was the only one to me who just sort of felt like, okay, here's our muscles here. But now that they've actually given him some time to focus, and again, I want to say, like, they've pulled back Meadow, they've pulled back Melfi a little bit, and given some of that time to Furio, and it has paid off. Again, not saying the Furio is better than Melfi in particular. I'd probably take this Furio storyline over anything Meadows done. No offense to Med, but it's just working. It's hitting me. It's, oh my god, dude. And even, like, Tony just latches on to any sort of lost puppy or injured person. Like, it's crazy. I was attracted, not as well, he's attracted in both ways. Attracted as, like, yeah, boy, but also attracted just like magnetically. He just, you know what I mean, floats to them. It's crazy. Oh my god, dude, what a fucking episode! And I'm trying to talk about all this stuff so I can talk about Christopher at the end. I don't know if you've noticed. I just want to, you know, sort of touch all bases until I focus on, you know, what the main thing in the episode was. Okay, let's get into Christopher. That intervention scene. I immediately, and you guys have to let me know if that's a big famous scene. I feel like most scenes in The Sopranos are slightly famous, but I mean, just immediately I got the vibe like, this is an iconic scene. You know what I mean? Like, something about certain scenes and the way they play out, it felt so built up, so well built up too. It's funny, I talked about him in the beginning of the episode, and he, you know, ended up to be essentially the main character of the episode, but I want to repeat, Christopher has been a character that I fucking loved from a writing perspective so much. And at times, like I said, at times I liked him. There was a lot of times that I fucking hated him. But a lot of times that I fucking hated him. A lot of times. Considerably more times than I liked him. But the quality of his writing is so insane. Like, and again, I want to repeat, and again, I'll suck off the show anytime I want to do it, you know what I mean? Best character writing of any show I've ever watched. From, like, an entire cast perspective, like, this is one of those shows, and the Sopranos doesn't really do this, but they could do it. Something that I praise a show like a Monster for, it's an anime, amazing anime. They have the ability to sort of introduce a random side character, and within 3 minutes, you care about them with all your heart. This is a show that it doesn't really focus on side characters as much, but the quality of the writing could do that if that was what they were going for. Like, I believe that they could introduce some random yippee, and within 2 minutes, I fucking love them with all my heart. That's the quality of not just like the plot and the story, but I mean, in particular, the characters. I think that is the strength of this show. In a show that is all strengths, in a show that is all quality, their ability to write characters that not even that I care about from a oh, I'm rooting for you perspective, just as in like I'm invested in what you do. I am invested in your decisions and your actions, and if you are punished for what you've done or rewarded for what you've done, if you're gonna get found out, how you feel about this character, your relationships with this character, it's unmatched. And I think, and I said this in season 1, I said it in season 2, 3, 4, Christopher has the highest potential for me, and it's maybe like people's highest potential. You're fucking, you know what I mean, halfway done, or more than halfway down the show. What do you mean potential? Is he great now? Yes, he's great now, but I'm saying that I think by the end of the show, there is a really good chance that I will say that Christopher was the best character. Again, I want to repeat, not my favorite, but from and not even like an evolution standpoint, or like a Walter White. Not necessarily saying like that, because again, there is some changes and there is some character evolutions and character arcs, 100,000%. But to me, this is a show that is, again, I don't want to say static because people are going to take that the wrong way. But a lot of the characters are just them, if you understand what I mean. And they're sort of, there isn't some big up, there isn't some big down. It's like life. It's a constant up, down, up, down, up, down. And I think Christopher is the perfect encapsulation of that exploration of a character. Just the up and the down and the up and the down, and I like you and you're on a good path, and then you're fucking druggy and I hate you, and you hit your girl, you know what I mean? I just fucking oh. And I want to say, like, the quality of the writing. I hate physical abuse. Like, I hate cheating and I hate physical abuse, and he is a fucking piece of shit abuser and cheater, and yet I know that he's gonna come back from rehab, and I'm gonna fall in love with him again. He's gonna get rizzy, and he's gonna get romantic, and he's gonna be good at his job, and I'm gonna care about him again, and then he's gonna backslide again, and then I'm gonna fucking hate him, and then he's gonna get out of it again, and it's just a never-ending fucking cycle. And I do want to say in particular, it's something, I talk about it every episode, and I talk about it 23 times in each discussion, and I've already mentioned it. But the dialogue, specifically between Chris and Tony, in that hospital scene right there too, and obviously the end of last episode, fucking incredible. This is so good. Oh my god, why is this so good? How is something this good? And I think, again, I've mentioned it a lot, I think the thing that I'm most surprised about, and I want to repeat it, and I know I've complimented a lot, but how is this show so consistent? It doesn't make sense how consistent this show is. And again, like, I'm going to compare it to like something like a Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad is also a consistent show, but I mean, like, and again, I'm going to repeat this. To me, I think Breaking Bad has a couple higher peaks than The Sopranos, but it also has a couple episodes that I would say are like, 7.8, 7.9s out of 10. Whereas The Sopranos, I genuinely think that the lowest episode, I would rate it like maybe like an 8.4. And the highest episode, I would rate like a 9.6 or a 9.7. That's how many, like, there's been what? 40? How many episodes? 50? I've watched 50 episodes, something like that. I don't even know. I'm not good at math. I've watched a lot of episodes of this show, and they've all been like 9s. 9s out of 10s. That is incredible consistency. At such and it's not like, oh yeah, one of the most consistent shows I've ever watched. It was like 5 out of 10s every episode. No, 9s out of 10s. This is. I'm so happy I've started to watch this show. Like, this is. I don't need, like, sometimes I feel like I'm good at my discussions, but moments like this, I'm just left in awe. And like, because those 2 episodes right there, that might be my favorite 2-episode stretch of the entire show. That very well might be. that was fucking perfect, and they flowed together. They connected with each other, and I think, and I do want to repeat this, and it's something that I don't think I complained about it, but something that I sort of analyzed a little bit throughout the runtime of what I've watched. Was this season has really stepped up the ability to slowly do the storylines as the season progresses. Not that the other seasons had a problem, as in like they couldn't do it, but I mean, the earlier seasons felt very, and the show is still doing it, so I'm not saying like they completely got rid of it, but the earlier seasons felt very, okay, you have 30-minute focus on this character for episode 3, and then they're not in episode 4, 5, they have a tiny scene in 6, and then in 7, they get a full episode, you know what I mean? It was sort of that, where big blunt of their story, large gap, big blunt, large gap, big blunt, and that's it. This season has felt more gradual, which I think has, again, made the quality even better. And, you know, maybe people have a different opinion, especially like, you know, the mainstream sort of common thoughts about The Sopranos, but I think quality-wise, each season has been getting better. Like, it feels like they're, to put it best, and this is the way that I always explain it to, again, bring it back to Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. Breaking Bad, one of the greatest shows of all time. Better Call Saul, a prequel show for that. Normally, prequels are not as good. Better Call Saul, in my opinion, is better than Breaking Bad. But it feels like Breaking Bad, you know what I mean, has its arc, goes up, season 5, one of the greatest seasons of TV history, and then you start season 1 of Better Call Saul. And season 1 of Better Call Saul is not better than Breaking Bad. But quality-wise, like writing decisions, the smartness of the writers, the editing is better, the cinematography is better, the music is better. It feels like Better Call Saul was sort of a reboot, but is also better than the first, if you understand what I mean. So, like entertainment-wise, it doesn't start out as good as Breaking Bad ended, but quality-wise, it feels like the creators of Breaking Bad had like 2 or 3 years more experience and went all the fuck out to create Better Call Saul. I feel like this is the same for every season of The Sopranos, in the sense of, I don't necessarily think that entertainment-wise it's gotten better and better and better, but I can visibly tell that each season is increasing everything, from the quality of the writing to the quality of the characters to the dialogue to the editing to the cinematography to the thematical beats of each episode. The symbolism has gotten better and better and better and better and better, and I really want to give my fucking props to them for that. This season in particular, like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't want to be like cringy about it too, but like, each episode has impacted me. Like, there has been like, and I'm not talking about like, oh no, like crying or anything like that, but I just mean like, this is gonna sound cringy, but like, shit, that was deep. Shit, that was really realistic. I feel that character, and that's another thing too that I want to talk about. I don't want to go too much in my personal life here. Drug abuse is a very, you know what I mean? Very sort of common thing, for me personally. And you fucking hate it. Like, and again, I'm not going to get too personal, but I've said it multiple times throughout the show, and you can probably tell by my sort of visceral reaction to drugs. I fucking hate drugs. All drugs. It fucking irks me. It hits me. I don't like it. So seeing someone with potential, and again, it's the classic, you know what I mean? Because Chris is not stupid. I make a lot of jokes that he's incapable, but I think most of that is sort of personality issues, not like critical thinking. I think that he's very smart. I think that he's very capable. It's just that fucking mental side brings him down, and obviously the mental side has weakened him enough to start, you know, not start, but he's been doing it for a while, but to get really hooked on these drugs. And it really fucking sucks seeing someone who, again, is bright, would have a future. If he was not in this business, I would think that he would be a very capable, confident, successful person. But he is just sort of dragged down, not just by the drugs, because the drugs are the sort of the second beat of it. The sort of getting into this life is what really ruined him. And that was his first struggle for the first, 2 seasons. To where, like, you know what I mean, he was trying to get out of it. Maybe not like actively, but subconsciously you could tell like he didn't fit. He didn't want to be here. And then I feel like, season 3 he sort of settled in, got comfortable with it, and then by the beginning of season 4, he was drowning in it. He became so comfortable it was like quicksand, and he sort of started being slowly consumed by the world and the stress of it, and the drugs got to him. And again, I want to repeat, like, I'm not talking as like that's the end of his arc, because here's the thing, it's not. He's going to, again, the way I see it now, I could see him getting clean, and obviously he was threatened to get clean too. You know what I mean? So it's not just like he had people trusting him to do it. He was threatened to get clean. But I could see a world in which he gets clean, he's clean for a while, and then he falls down again. And it's sort of like I don't know. It's so realistic. And especially, it hits home, not just for me, but I would assume a lot of people watching, like, it's hard to see people consumed by drugs because it ruins them. And that's the thing, too. Not just, like, from their success-wise, like, you know what I mean? But from a, like, liking them standpoint, and again, I want to repeat, there are times I like Christopher, I mostly hate him, and a lot of it is because of the drugs. When you know someone who, gets real deep into drugs, you start to hate them. And that's the thing that sucks, because you're not wrong for feeling those feelings. It's just a shitty situation all around. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's so fucking hard to see him like that. It really is. Oh my god, dude. This season... Again, I think I said at the beginning of my discussion, or maybe I said in the middle of the episode, I think that this season has come out of the fucking... Not gate, but like... It surprised me so much, and I think it may end up being my favorite season. Which is really fucking... Like, I don't know! That's what I mean, too. When I go back to the quality of the writing and how I feel like it's gotten better and better and better each season. Well, the first thing I always go to is speaking about this when it comes to The Sopranos. To this day, my favorite character is still Livia. And I'm going to be honest, I don't think that she will be surpassed. I had, like... It's obviously out of The Sopranos' hands, and I want to repeat... Well, the point I'm trying to make is, like, even with Livia gone, I don't think that the show was taking a hit in quality. Again, it's gotten better and better and better. They were able to sort of fill that void so perfectly. So even though there's a part of me that's so pissed and sad that, tragedy struck and that void had to form, but at the same time, the creators of the show have, you know what I mean, the writers, the directors, the producers, whatever, they're just able to do everything so perfectly. So even with, like, this is what I mean, like, Ralphie, and it's a small sample size, you know what I mean? Fucking loved Ralphie. He's been the MVP of the show for the last season and a half for me. He's gone, and the next episode doesn't miss a single fucking beat. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of shows kill people off, and it takes a dip in quality. I won't go into any specifics. I'm going to mention a show that has this. It's a very long-running show, very popular. I'm sure that a lot of you guys have watched it. Probably culturally, I would say culturally, a top 3 show. Honestly, and I hope you guys understand what I mean. I'm talking about The Walking Dead. Again, I'm not going to give any specific spoilers. I would argue that The Walking Dead is culturally, like, from a mainstream society-wise, one of the top 3 most impactful shows. Not just of the past 20 years, but of all time. It, like, The Walking Dead, The Sopranos, why am I blanking? The Walking Dead, Sopranos, Lost, and Game of Thrones. Jesus, I don't know why I blanked on Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is probably the most culturally impactful show in TV history. No offense to you Sopranos fans, but The Walking Dead ran for so long that obviously people leave the show. Obviously. And I think that a lot of times in that show, they don't know what to do after. And obviously the writing is a couple tiers below The Sopranos, so I'm not, like, comparing apples to apples here. But there are times when you can see them sort of panic and shuffle and, you know what I mean, get consumed by the lack of good, strong characters. Even if there were at times when, like, again, I don't want to, like, go into specifics, but, like, something like a season 9 of The Walking Dead, I think writing-wise is very good. Even with the writing so good and improved for the last couple seasons, it's still lacking a couple characters that sort of don't have its soul. With The Sopranos, like, Tony's obviously the main character. That's, like, 100%. But I have full belief, as good as Tony is as a character, if for some reason the Gandolfini wanted to leave, or something like that, and they had to kill him off, or they had to, be without him for a season. I don't think that quality-wise it would be hit. And I hope people understand what I mean. Like, I'm not saying that like Tony is integral to the show. He's the main character. But I'm saying that if for an unforeseen circumstance it had to happen, like, okay, Tony's going, but we have to keep making content for some reason, I think that they could easily keep going. And that is some of the highest praise I can give a show. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I talked about it a lot. Well, not a lot, but I talked about it maybe 15 minutes ago, talking about the side characters and how they don't really focus on side characters, but they could if they wanted to. This is a show that I would, and this is going to sound crazy, okay? I would want this show to have more bottle episodes. You know what I mean? 1 or 2 bottle episodes a season. Not getting rid of one of the 13, but sort of adding a 14th or 15th. Because I know that they could, I got goosebumps thinking about it. They could make one of the all-time great episodes of TV with fucking 2 characters locked in a room or something like that. That's how good this show is on all fronts. So, I don't know. I think I yapped for long enough. Again, those 2 episodes right there, probably 2 of my... I think that might be my favorite 2-episode stretch of the entire show, back-to-back episodes. I really enjoyed that. I really fucking enjoyed that. So, what are you going to do? I will see you guys next week. If you guys like the video, drop a like, leave a comment. I'd appreciate it. I've got the full length reaction up on Patreon. Multiple weeks ahead. Check the comment for what episode. If you're interested, blah, 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 blah. Please subscribe. It really helps me out. I'd really appreciate it. And I will see you guys next week. Have a good one.